G'day everyone, I'm Brett and welcome to Reliance Australia. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at that, which is our wood heater, and in particular, that flue that goes up the top. So what I want to do is go through and clean that, and I'll walk you through how we go. Never done it before, as with most things on this channel, just working it out as we go along. So anyway, let's get into it. So the first thing you got to look at is going to be safety. So you can see I've got a respirator. Look, I'm not even going to worry about wearing a mask. I'm actually going to use a full respirator for this one because there's a lot of dust particles. I have no idea what's going to be up in that flue or that chimney. So that's what we're looking at. Now, some people call them chimneys, some people call them flues, but either way, they do need to be cleaned. And I believe they should be cleaned probably every 12 months. Now, we've been here for a few years now. About 5, and look, it's never been done, and I don't know how long before us it was done either. But this is the tool that we're going to be using. I'm very, very grateful for friends of ours who have let me borrow that. So I'll see how that goes, and then if that works successfully, and I'm hoping it will, I'll have to track down where I can get one and keep it, because it's something that I'll definitely be using on a regular basis. Not so much all the time, but at least every year, to make sure that that stays clean and safe. So that's about it. So now look, there is ash already in there. I'm not going to worry about cleaning that out right now because I think it's going to get a whole lot dirtier as I'm pushing that brush up and down through that flue. Now thankfully we don't have a high ceiling. We don't actually have a ceiling cavity because we have a flat roof. So that is about as long as I need to go. There's probably about another 3 feet on top of that on top of the roof. So I'm hoping that this will make it all the way through, and by the looks of it, it will. So it's got some length there, and we should be good to go with what's there. Most of our friends have already put an extension on the handle for theirs. But today I'm actually going to go through from the bottom. It will probably be a lot easier to go through from the top. But it has been raining out there, and the last thing I really want to do is hop up onto a wet roof. That can be a bit slippery and dangerous, and it's not so much the fall that hurts, it's really the sudden stop at the end that sort of kicks in and creates a bit of pain. But anyway, I will set up a bit of a time lapse and see how we go. So once I got all the safety gear on, look, this was a really simple job. Literally took out that little fire plate. That's a fireproof plate that sits across the top. Look, that's not bolted in, it just sits on a couple of rails and just slides in. And I just dusted the soot off, so I put it off to the side so I didn't make a mess. There's a little pipe in the back that has some air that flows through it. Now I just undid that. The screw was literally by hand, so I didn't have to do any spanners or anything. Look, really simple way to do it. That just gave me access to the chimney. And then I put the brush up, put it all the way through and push it up and down a lot, as you can see in the video there. And it worked exceptionally well. Look, it was really easy to do, and we'll do that again next time as well. So that's it. So you can see this lighter ash here, that was what was there at the start. And all this black stuff up through the back here is what's come out of. Can we see that up there? Probably not. There's a good shot of blackness up through the flue. So that's actually come out of the flue. Now, as I was going through it, I'm then going, actually, this is a lot cleaner than I thought. But now when I see the depth of that, there's a fair bit there. So I have to say I'm pretty glad, actually very glad that I've done it. Definitely gives peace of mind. There's a lot of soot and stuff up there, and they say a lot of house fires actually start by fires inside your flue, like they get hot and they catch on fire. I think one of the things in our advantage is that we don't actually have a ceiling cavity. So it's basically if we're going to get a hot flue, we're going to see it down here. It's not like it's going to be hidden, we won't be seeing it. And anything above the roof line is going to get cooled off by the wind and the rain that normally comes through here in winter. But so that's probably one thing in our favour, but that is a lot of soot. So I am glad that we've been able to clean that out. So now all I'm going to do is clean all this stuff out, give it a good clean up again. And look, I do that fairly regularly, so it's just one of those jobs. You have seen me do that before. When I did a refurb and I actually put in new bricks and gave them a good clean out. So that was it. Didn't take very long at all. It was just a few minutes really, probably about 5 minutes or so. Now I do need to put this back in, and also got that plate there that goes over the top as well. So I need to reassemble that, but my first job is clean all this out and then reassemble. Now, I'm not a professional chimney sweep, so I can't guarantee that chimney is completely clean. But look, I'm happy with where it's at. A lot of soot came out from the process, and look, I'd say that was an extremely easy job to do. It was a lot simpler and a lot easier than I thought it would be, which is why I'm making the video. Look, I reckon all up maybe 10, look, maybe 15 minutes tops, and that's actually taking the video at the same time. There's just a matter of sliding the plate out, rolling the air pipe over, and pushing that brush up and down a lot. Like, there's a bit of hard work in actually scrubbing the inside of the chimney with the brush, but it's just up and down. You pull it out, then you clean it up and put it all back together again. So there you go, that's what it's all done now. You'll notice that I have left some ash in there actually, and that's that bit of ash, which is from the flue, came from this little air. Then as I've tipped it over, it's all fallen off what was on top, because I just had that upside down so I could access the hole in the top of the stove. But you'll see these little ridge lines as you go through, and they are ridge lines, and you can actually go down. You can see that goes down a few mils there to the bottom of the wood stove. But look, I do tend to leave that bit of ash there in the belief that it keeps a bit of heat in the bottom of the stove, as well as the sides and the top. There you go, another job done. Now look, that was a safety job, something that's one of those regular maintenance things that we should be doing all the time. Haven't done it before, and look, I thought a little bit more soot might come out, but I have to say I was surprised by how much was in the bottom after doing it, because when I was doing it, it didn't really feel or look like a lot was coming out, but a fair bit did in the end. So look, I'm really happy that that's now done, and a bit more peace of mind when we've got fires. And especially like sometimes you light a fire and it might just be the coals there, or you only want to go to bed, and so you're always wondering, oh gee, we don't want anything catching on fire while I'm asleep. Or if you just duck out to the shops, you're not going to pour water over your fire and put it out. So look, that is a safety aspect of doing that maintenance. Wasn't a big job in the end. It actually worked really well. Look, I'm really happy with the brush, and I'm looking down here because it's actually right beside me on the floor still. It wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. I thought that the brushes would be a lot softer, but it's really just like hard wire, like steel wire. But look, it worked really good, so very happy with the end result. Look, if you did enjoy that, please give us the big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, because I do appreciate everyone subscribing, and also appreciate everyone's comments as well. So until next time, I'll see you then.